Hi, my name is Wick Nixon from Wellbeing, and I would love to welcome you here today for our day 3 of our Supercharge Your Kids Lunchboxes Facebook Live video series. It's awesome to have you with us, and yesterday we covered some 10 time-saving hacks in the kitchen which have had an awesome response, and then so today we're just going to go over I've got some 6 really simple healthy changes that you can do to your baking. But just to tell you a little bit about myself, I am a mother of 3 and I inspire and educate healthy eating. So I do that through live cooking workshops, through my lunchbox cookbooks and corporate events and other events that I run, and yeah, just love it. Healthy eating made easy, and I just want to show you how easily it can be done. So I would absolutely love you to share this video if you know of any parents who would be interested in just finding out how they can supercharge their kids' lunchboxes. I would absolutely love if you could share this video. So on today's topic, I've just got 6 different ingredients here. There are loads of different ingredients in my cupboard, but these are ones that I fall back on quite frequently, and I know that a lot of people have said to me, wait, I just don't want to have loads of different flours or ingredients in my cupboard. So these are, if you sort of focused on these few, then that will give you a really good basis. Now don't forget to download your free toolkit, because this is all in there, and there's also a checklist that you can just go through, and it gives you, just expands more on these ingredients here. But we're going to start with spelt flour. So you've probably heard spelt flour out there, but maybe don't know what it is. Spelt flour is more going back to our ancestors, and it's the flour that they used to use, and it's got a harder outer shell, so during the milling process the nutritional value is actually protected, so it's got a higher nutritional value to it than normal flour does. Now it does contain gluten, but people with a gluten intolerance, like I've got a gluten intolerance, I can actually tolerate spelt flour. So what I normally do is I just do a 1-for-1 swap out of normal flour to spelt flour, if that's what I'm doing with the recipe. So the second type of flour that I wanted to talk to you about is, this is wholemeal flour, or can be known as whole wheat flour. So this is normal flour, but then it's also got wheat bran in it. So it's got a much higher fibre content to it. So often, if I'm making muffins or if I'm making biscuits and it's got flour in it, so normal white flour, I'll use half spelt flour and then half wholemeal flour, because it does increase that nutritional value and that fibre content. So then we're going to go on to coconut sugar. Now you've probably heard a lot about coconut sugar out there. This is made from the sap of the coconut plant, and the fluid is, the sap is collected and then it's exposed to heat and is evaporated, and the liquid is evaporated, and it leaves this beautiful crystal coconut sugar. Now, one thing I want to tell you, and this goes for the maple syrup and the dates as well, is that sugar is sugar. It's all got the same calorie content, so it doesn't mean because this is a healthier version, it means that you can go free reign with it, because it doesn't. But the difference is that coconut sugar has got minerals and vitamins in it, so it's got a higher nutritional value, and it's also got a lower glycemic rating, so therefore it's going to stabilise your blood sugar levels. So it's not going to give you those peaks and drops that normal white sugar does. So again, you can do a complete swap to white sugar, or even I reduce the coconut sugar content. It's got a very, it's not unlike raw sugar, it's got a very creamy, just a really nice texture and flavour, and your kids just don't notice. Now the next one is cacao powder. You may have heard this as opposed to cocoa powder. Now cacao powder is your rawest form of chocolate. It hasn't been exposed to high heat, so therefore it retains some of the nutritional value that cocoa powder has. Now, I also want to say at this stage, these are the ingredients that I recommend to make it healthier. It doesn't mean that the recipes won't work if you don't use these ingredients. I would much rather you just be cooking at home, because that's made with a lot of love, and using cocoa powder and maybe brown sugar, you know, and just introducing these ingredients when you can. I don't want you to go away from this video and go, oh, I've got to go and get all those ingredients. It is a healthier option, but if you can't afford them because they are slightly more expensive, then I would much rather you be, you know, just cooking from home anyway, and just make that transition when your ingredients run out or when you can. The next one is medjool dates. So these are called your king of dates. They're a larger date. They come in varying sizes, but they're a larger date. And they again have minerals and vitamins to them. They've got a pip in them, so you do have to remove the pip before you cook with them. And a lot of raw baking uses these, and you have to soak them, depending on what the recipe is. You do soak them in boiling water just to soften up their texture. They are much less sweet than the normal Iranian dates that you get from the supermarket. One little tip is, if you feel that you get those sugar cravings in the afternoon or after dinner, have one of these and they totally satisfy. Or if you want to go a little bit step further, you can stuff them with peanut butter, and they give a beautiful sweet and a crunch of peanut butter, and just divine. And then lastly, 100% pure maple syrup. Again, high sugar content, so don't go free rein with it, but because it's got minerals and vitamins in it, and it's 100% pure, it's made from the sap of the maple tree. So just be really careful that a lot of brands, they look like they're 100% or that they're pure, but just have a look at the ingredients and make sure it's 100%, because a lot of them out there are flavoured and have got very little nutritional value and loads of other ingredients in them. So again, what comes with in the toolkit, you also get a healthy swap out guide. This will be back to front for you, but it's a healthy swap out guide. So it's something you can print off and just have a really quick reference. I go through gluten flours, what you can do instead of white sugar, cacao powder, and egg if you've got egg allergies. We are covering that tomorrow though, and I'll talk to you about it in a moment. And then it's just a really helpful swap out guide. Now, most of these ingredients, a lot of more supermarkets now are stocking them on their shelves, so do look out at the supermarket or else at your local bin or health food store. That's and for those of you who live in Auckland and Mount Eden, there's a really great place called Bulk Food Savings. It's just off Mount Eden Road, off Dominion Road, and it's really, really good. So there you have it. Tomorrow we are going to be talking, I'm going through my allergy-free baking, and I'm talking about gluten, dairy and egg-free alternatives. And then I'll talk about a gluten-free flour mix that you can easily make at home. And yes, I'm looking forward to that. So again, that toolkit is at live.wickedwellbeing.com, and I would absolutely love you to share this video if you feel it's of benefit to your friends and family. Have an awesome afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow.